What's up, shoddy? Hang out with me again as an artist who gets paid to work as an artist in the theater. I wanted to get all my paint out today, so I started by looking at the plans that the designers sent over, the different treatments for the floor and the backdrops. So the floor is this dirty, distressed factory floor vibe. I'm very excited about that because I love distressing and I've never done concrete before. There's this background column that's also going to be distressed and it's pretty prominent in the setting. Then for the backgrounds, we have a corrugated steel that's rusted, and I have the steel, so I'll just need to rust it. The middle panels, again, like a cement, dirty factory vibe with this grid, great texture over it. Then the final panel is wood with a little hint of red, so that informs my color choice. I've never done concrete before, so I found some reference photos that I really liked and then used an app on my phone to find a good base tone, a high and a low for the distressing. Then I put them all together in a palette and I got to work. Bitch, you better work. I went into the theater and immediately headed towards the shop so I could scour our giant paint shelf. Oh, there's so much paint. It's not well organized, but we do have quite the collection. The majority of the set is covered in this concrete texture, so I'm putting a lot of time and energy ensuring that this is as hyper realistic and well done as it possibly can be. And I went into this having never done it with some strong intuitions about how I would accomplish this. I know I wanted a warm gray tone for the base. Then I wanted to speckle some colors onto that, like a lighter tone, a darker tone, and then, ooh girl, maybe get crazy, put in a little bit of red and a super, super fine mist just to give it some texture and depth. Then I'll go back over that with a darker tone for distressing for like dirty areas, and then a lighter tone for areas that are maybe more washed out and kind of like worn, well worn, like from people standing on it, or maybe even people cleaning that one area too much. It's a factory floor. You get it. Fuck yeah, concrete. For the rusting effect, I knew exactly what I needed because I have done that before. I needed this beautiful burnt orange color, then a vibrant red, which I think I'd already found at this point, and then a deep purple color, which because I've done it before, I knew that we had those. Look at my little collection. Oh my gosh. I was back at that shelf like 5 or 6 times just hunting for the perfect gray, because at this point I did have this idealized fantasy that I would not have to go to Home Depot. Everyone point and laugh at her follies. Why would she think that she was going to do this without going to Home Depot? Even if I did find a gray, there's so much concrete on the set, I would need another gallon of it. But alas, I have a hopeful little heart, and we cherish that. I did have quite the collection of paint that I can use though, so I'm not going to need to buy that much when I need to buy stuff. I took out a couple of the options that I could foresee maybe working for my gray. Dun 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 dun! It looks good. It looks good in the can. And then it's milk. Then it looks like milk when it's on the floor. And that was on a black base too. Second one, again, I was like, oh, it's one shade darker. It's one shade darker. Maybe it will work. No, it's a non-fat latte. She's not going to work. It's not going to work at all. Molly, get real. This mansard stone, oh girl, I was like, you're my one and only. I know that this is going to work out between us. But it was very, very watery. Eerily watery when I shook that can. I was looking at all of them. I was like, none of you are exactly what I needed. So I had to cover them up again. And don't tell anyone, but I do just close them like this because one time I hit a can with a hammer and it broke because I am Thor. So I just step on them. I went to Home Depot. I knew it was going to happen. It was inevitable. I spent an hour toiling and then I found the perfect color. Woo! At this point, I could have gone home. I should have gone home. I was wearing a cute dress, which I always do, by the way. I'll wear something cute like, oh, I don't have to paint today. Like, I'm going to buy a can of paint and not paint. Of course I am. I love this. This is how all of my cute clothes end up covered in paint. Anyway, I threw on a smock. I took off my shoes. It was fine. I got one base coat down. I just wanted to see it. The floor isn't even done yet. I'm still waiting on a lot of material, but I think it looks great. And I think I know exactly what I need to add some depth and do the distressing. I'll get some spray bottles. I'll use some of the other colors I picked out. I'll get some sponges. My favorite white people phrase, I think I'm ready to rock and roll. Look at her in all her glory, and she'll look even better under the lights. So I closed up shop. I frolicked home. I ate some quiche, as one does. And next time, I'll show you even more of my process. Bye, cuties.